I am walking the last 100 kilometers of the Camino de Santiago solo next week, and this is everything I'm bringing in one backpack. I'll be walking the final portion of the Portuguese coastal route from Vigo to Santiago de Compostela in mid-June, and the forecast is for really hot weather. I fly out tomorrow, so this is my official packing. I'm aiming for less than 10% of my body weight, which would mean less than 7 kilos. And that's before I add water and any additional snacks. So I'm going to go through everything now. I'm going to weigh some things as I go because I have some duplicates, and I'm going to make the decision on which I bring based on which one is lighter. As well as maybe a few luxury items that the decision will come down to what my total weight is at the end of all of this. So let's dive in. Starting, of course, with the backpack. This is a Quechua 30-litre backpack from Decathlon. I got this 3 years ago now for climbing Kilimanjaro. It was my day pack for Kilimanjaro, and 30 litres is maybe on the lower end of what they recommend for carrying your own bag on the Camino, but I'm only doing 1 week and I'm typically a light packer, so I do feel like this is going to be more than enough for me. Then footwear, probably the most important thing. I have this pair of Keen trail runners, which I did get purposely for the Camino, and I have been making sure that they are really well broken in over the last number of weeks, and they're serving me pretty well so far, so hopefully these go as well. And then my second pair of footwear is these Tiva sandals. So these will be my shower shoes and my shoes for the evening, or if at any point I feel the need to change out of my runners into something more breathable for my feet. I've had these for years as well, so I know that they're comfortable on my feet. I don't expect any issues from them. Okay, I'm gonna work my way across the table. So I have a tote bag, and this is for in the evenings and for if I do grocery shopping to buy a meal to cook or for some snacks. And the other bag I have is this little bum bag from Kathmandu. So it's just a nice small compact bag that I'll carry crossbody on me at all times. So I'll keep all of my valuables in here. So my passport, my wallet, my phone, my pilgrim's passport will go in here as well once I pick that up. And then I have tested it, and there's also just enough space for me to put my camera in this too for easy access. I am bringing a swimsuit, a bikini, because if I have any chance to go for a swim anywhere along the way, I'm going to take advantage of that. I am bringing a 1 litre Nalgene. So this won't be as much for my drinking during the day, because I'm also going to bring a 3 litre water bladder, which is currently cleaning in the sink behind me. That's 3 litres. I'll probably only ever put about 2 litres into it, and I'll drink from that while I'm walking during the day, because just with the tube mouthpiece, more convenient to drink from during the day. And then this will be what I'll drink from in the evenings, and Nalgene specifically so that I can put hot water in it in the hostels, in the albergues, so I can have a cup of tea in the evenings. I'm bringing this little cutlery set, also from Decathlon, because I'm planning on keeping my costs down as much as possible. So I will be eating packed lunches while I walk and potentially cooking some meals in albergues. So it's just to have some cutlery, because some of the public albergues, from what I can tell, don't have really anything stocked there for you. I'm bringing a pen just to have. Like I mentioned with the Nalgene, I am bringing some of my own tea bags. I'm bringing 6 tea bags so that I can have 6 cups of tea on each evening. And then my plan is, because I drink my tea black, so I don't need milk, but I do drink it with sugar. So when I go to the airport tomorrow and I get a coffee in the airport, I'm gonna just take a few extra little sachets of sugar. You know, it's not technically stealing from them if I'm also buying a coffee. Maybe I just want 7 sachets of sugar in my coffee, you know? And then I'll have that. Snack wise, I'm bringing these protein bars from Lidl. I really like them. I'm bringing 4, mostly as a backup, as a just in case if I'm really hungry and I don't have enough food with me while I'm walking. And then a luxury, I might not pack this, I don't know, multi-pack of snack bars. This might be one of the first things to go if my bag is too heavy. We'll see. Another luxury, a pillowcase. This is like a satin one. That's not on purpose. It's just a random little pillowcase that I have. Just because the disposable sheets that the albergues give you don't look great. They don't look very comfortable. So I feel like this will just help me sleep better. And it doesn't seem too heavy. Shall we see how much it weighs? Oh, 79 grams. Oh, okay. Maybe that's more than I realized. So that's another one to check last minute. Maybe I won't bring it. I have a neck buff or neck gaiter, different names. A lot of people recommend this. I've only ever really used them also for climbing Kilimanjaro, and I did love it then, especially for summit night. So I think it's kind of multi-purpose. It is a bit of sun protection on your neck. You can also soak it in water to cool you down if it's really hot. Again, temperatures are meant to be very high when I'm there, unfortunately. And also maybe just a bit of a sweat rag if I need that, which is also what I'm planning on bringing this second small microfiber towel for, as like a bit of a sweat rag for during the day. And then my full-sized microfiber towel. This is from Decathlon. I have these in a few different sizes. I do have some that are bigger than this and that are more comfortable for like wrapping around you fully when you get out of a shower. This one does just about fit around my body. So I've gone for this size just to make it slightly smaller and lighter. So hopefully it'll end up being enough. For while I'm walking, I have this cap, panel cap from Kathmandu, and a pair of sunglasses. For sleeping, I don't own a lightweight sleeping bag, so I didn't want to go out and buy one when it's not something that I really need for anything else right now. So what I did already have is this satin or silk sleeping bag liner, which is very light, doesn't really give you much warmth. So then I got this one from Decathlon, which is cotton, to be a little bit of a warmer option, and I can layer the two if it is at all cold. And together they're probably still lighter than your average sleeping bag. So let's have a look. 632 grams. I think that's still pretty lightweight. I am going to swap them out into a dry bag instead of storing them like this separately. And speaking of, I have a number of these dry bags, which are currently sat underneath each of my piles in different colors. And this is what I'll store everything in my backpack. If it's not in one of these specifically, I'll have it in other little Ziploc plastic bags so that everything inside my backpack will be waterproof. These are waterproof. On the off chance I do get some rain and my bag gets wet. Back to nighttime then. Again, I probably won't bring it in this specific bag, but I have an eye mask and some loop earplugs. One of the potential luxury items is this like lightweight little scarf. Let's see, I say lightweight, let's see what it actually weighs. 117, oh my goodness, okay. I've never been so conscious of what things weigh before this because I'm gonna be carrying it all. I would love to be able to bring this, but we'll see when I get to the final weight. So this was a tip that I saw some people share in their videos. Again, it's kind of a multi-purpose object. You can hang it over your bunk bed in the albergues to create a bit more of a privacy curtain if there aren't curtains already. It can also be a little bit of a shawl in the evenings. It can be similar to the buff. You can like wet it and carry it around your neck to cool you down. I can use it as a cover up if I do go for a swim. And then the other thing that goes with another luxury item, which is some lavender essential oil, it is to put a few drops of this on the scarf or on the buff, on my sleeping bag, my pillowcase, anything like that I'll be sleeping with in case there's some bad smells in the albergues. Whereas this can make me smell, it'll all smell nice and I'll just be able to sleep better. So I'm definitely bringing this, hopefully also bringing the scarf, but we'll see. Okay, background here in front of me, I've got some of my technology items. So I am bringing these small headphones. I know I'll want them for the flight over and stuff, and then after that, I'm probably not going to use them too much when I'm walking. I'm very happy walking and hiking and running without headphones or earphones of any kind, so I don't anticipate actually using them much while I walk, but we'll see. This is a universal travel adapter block, and it has multiple ports, so I'll be able to charge multiple items at the same time, or also potentially share it with someone else in the hostels if there's not enough sockets. My camera, which I'm filming with right now, which is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So I'm not bringing the full kit. I'm going to bring the camera itself, the battery pack, the cover, this little mini tripod, and the mic. And then an item I'm undecided on whether I'm bringing is my tripod. It's also on. It's quite a small compact phone tripod that I super glued an attachment to so that I can add the Osmo to it. So it's quite compact, but I don't know if I'll actually take it out of my bag to use it enough as to whether it's worth bringing. So again, I'll leave that as a last minute decision, see how I get on. These are just some charging cables for my different devices. And then in here is also a spare SD card, a head torch. So you use this for if you get up really early in the morning before the sunrise, but also with this red light option, I don't know if that's really picking up. It's a bit less harsh, so you can use that in the hostels if you're moving around at nighttime when everyone else is asleep. And a power bank. So this is a Samsung 10,000 milliamp hour. So it should get me a couple charges for my phone, more as a backup. If my phone dies, I'll obviously bring my actual phone then too. And then I'll be bringing my watch that I'm currently wearing. So this is the Garmin Forerunner 55. It's just my day-to-day watch, but I'll also track my walking on it as well. So that I'll have those stats to look back on at the very end. Okay, the next big pile is clothing. I'm gonna start with the items over here. I'm gonna bring this fleece as a warmer layer. This is quite a nice, lightweight, warm fleece from Craghoppers. I'm not gonna weigh it because I know I'm definitely bringing it and I don't wanna feel bad if it's heavy. And then I have 2 different raincoats to choose from. So that's one of the things I want to weigh and figure out. So these are the 2 raincoats that I own. One is from Decathlon. Don't know what it's called. It's the Quechua brand. I got it a few years ago. They do still sell it actually. It got discontinued and I think they brought it back. So I just re-waterproofed both of these as well. I'm leaning towards this one because I do think it is a bit lighter and more compact, just by the look of it. So let's see, 498. Wow, this stuff is heavy. And then this is my second one, which is the Dare to Be. So this is arguably a better rain jacket. It serves me really well in Ireland. It's definitely more heavy duty. It's thicker, so I think it's gonna weigh a lot more. And it's actually not that much bulkier. I thought it was bulkier. 562. Oh, not much of a difference. Okay. I do still think I'm leaning towards this one. I think it packs a little bit better. Yeah, okay. Very marginal, not as much of a difference as I actually expected there to be, but I'm gonna go with the Decathlon option. Whew. Okay, into my clothing. So I'm gonna go with 1 sports bra. I was gonna do 2, I just don't own 2 that are comfy enough for me to wear for many, many hours a day. Like the ones I wear for running are just a little bit uncomfortable. And I didn't want to buy a new one. This is nice and small and lightweight. It should wash and dry really quickly. As a backup, if I absolutely need it, my top for the evenings and also for sleeping is just a little top like this that has some support in it. So that can always be a backup bra during the day if I need it to be. I'm bringing 3 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of socks. These are hiking socks from Decathlon. I got them a while ago, so I don't know all this techie pieces. They are Quechua. They're a wool blend as far as I know, but I love them. I bought them for Kilimanjaro. I've never gotten a blister while wearing these ever. They're like a contoured fit. They don't have like little annoying pieces on the toe. They're breathable. They wash and dry quite well. So I'm very happy with these. This is a lightweight athletic top. I think it's from Pennies / Primark. I've had it for a long time. Yeah, it's super lightweight. Like, can you see? You can see through it. This is my backup. For I'll wear it in the evenings. I'll also maybe sleep in it, but it's not my primary walking top. It's just a backup if I need it. For actually walking, I have 2. So the first one is this top from Craghoppers, which I think is really pretty. And this has UPF 40, I want to say, in it, which is really good. It's super breathable, sweat wicking, all the good things you want. And then similarly, I have this sun hoodie from Kathmandu. This has UPF 50. And with the forecast, I will probably be wearing this as much as I possibly can, depending on how much I feel I end up needing to wash my clothing. This is the first like sun hoodie I've owned, but I have a feeling already I'm going to be quite a big fan of it. I'm excited to try it out properly. Then shorts wise, 1 pair of shorts with the double layer, so there's no chafing. Where are these from? Lidl. I've had these for quite a few years, just as comfy shorts to wear and for running. And then I've got this skirt from Decathlon's Quechua. I got this recently for running and I just love that it's a skirt, so I can feel kind of pretty and girly in a skirt while I'm walking. To sleep in, I'm just bringing these little pair of shorts, and for the evenings, I'm bringing these linen trousers, which these are probably kind of heavy, are they? Honestly, knowing what to pack that I'll want to wear in the evenings is the hardest part. I really couldn't decide what I wanted to bring, but this just feels like a nice comfy. I wear these all the time when I travel, so I know I'll be comfy in them. 263 grams. Okay. Gosh, you really don't realize how much all of your stuff weighs. I had no idea clothes weighed so much. But that's all of the clothes. And obviously I'll be wearing something from this collection to fly over tomorrow. I haven't decided what that will be. Thankfully, it's due to be kind of warm here in Dublin before I fly, so I won't be cold, but I have layers, so that'll be fine. And then the last category here is my toiletries. So it's not really organized right now, so I'll just go one by one. I've got a little mini hairbrush, bringing some tissues. In this little packet, I've got some medication, so just some general stuff like Imodium, Botulinum, antihistamines, because I am prone to bug bites, and some paracetamol. I've also then got some safety pins, which I found through other people's videos and guides is a really nice, small, lightweight option for instead of bringing clothes pegs to hang up your clothes after you wash them. Because I actually don't own many clothes pegs to even bring them, and this obviously weighs a lot less. I've also got a little cotton pad, what are they called? For like washing my face, some spare hair bobbins, and some Q-tips. This one then is all of the plasters and bandages and some antiseptic wipes. As I mentioned for the bugs, I've got some bug spray and some cream if I do get bitten. Really hope I don't. In here, I have a shampoo bar. So can't tell you the name of the brand or anything because I've just had it for so long, but I'm planning on using this as shampoo and shower gel and soap to wash my clothes with. I would have liked to have gotten the little detergent slips, if you know what I mean. I'll put a little image on screen, but I just didn't remember to see where I could buy them from in time. And now I leave tomorrow, so Vaseline, moisturizer. Okay, sun cream. So this is my sun cream. It's from Decathlon. It's my favorite sun cream ever. It's a water and perspiration resistant sun cream, and it just dries in on your face really nicely, or on your skin, anywhere. It dries in like a moisturizer. There's like no oiliness or anything. So this, unfortunately, is a 150 ml sized bottle. So I can't bring this with me because I'm flying carry-on. So I have decanted it into 2 smaller ones. And happy little coincidence, the spray bottle top fits directly onto these little travel-sized balls I already had. So now I have my sun cream in here. I have a little tube of hair conditioner. I have roll-on deodorant, some hand sanitizer, a toothbrush, and toothbrush tablets. So I use the toothbrush tablets from Smile just every day, but they're just so especially handy for travel. It's not another liquid item that you have to put in a liquids bag. Bringing a nail file, tweezers. I'm bringing SPF lip balm, 50 plus SPF lip balm, which I've never been able to find before, from Decathlon again. And I'm really excited to have this because I do quite often end up getting sunburn on my lips and it's really sore. I don't like it. So I'm gonna make a real effort to make sure I reapply this so that I don't get burnt. I'm not bringing any makeup. I'm not much of a makeup person anyway. I don't ever wear foundation or concealer or anything because I don't like how it feels on my skin. So I only would ever use some eye makeup, like maybe eyebrows, mascara, that kind of thing. But I just don't feel like bringing it. So all I'm gonna bring is this clear lash and brow gel, just in case I feel like putting something on, because I'm gonna be filming, I don't know, just as a bit of a safety net in case I feel like it. And a scrunchie. And then I think that's everything. Scanning around. Yeah, okay, that's everything. Now I'm going to figure out the order in which I want all of this to be packed and pack it into my bag and get a weight for the fully packed bag and see where I'm at, whether I need to ditch some of the luxury items. So let's do that. Okay, so I've done some of the organization into all of the individual dry bags. And now before I fully pack them in, I'm going to weigh each of the individual categories so that I can see what everything weighs, so that if it is too heavy, I can decide where I should take some weight out of. So I'm gonna take note of it on my phone. Right here, we've got my outfit for the airport and my shoes and my bum bag. So I'm not gonna weigh them because that's what I'll be wearing. Also, the way I've packed things right now is for travel, like for flying, rather than for walking. So I'll probably rejig a little bit for my first day of actual walking. So I'll do like more of a breakdown of how I pack my bag when I'm actually on the trail. Okay, raincoat we know is $4.90. This is almost all of my technology, not technically everything, because some of the stuff is charging. My portable charger is charging upstairs, and 1 or 2 more cables still need to go in. And then I'll also decide, probably last minute, whether I'll bring that tripod or not. But for now, we have it at 362. I guess I should also weigh the bag itself. I've put some of the stuff into the bag, so the likes of my water bottle and water bladder, they're both empty. And then a couple of the other bits that will stay individual, like that aren't going to go into a dry bag. So I have like my cap, sunglasses, tote bag, that kind of thing, some stuff in the hip belts. But again, I'll wait until I settle into it for a day or two before I give like a tour of my bag to see what actually ends up working or not. Okay, so I'm just gonna weigh myself with and without the bag to figure out how much it weighs. 7,685. Wow, that's a lot. 2.1 kilos. I think the bag itself, when it's empty, weighs about 1.5 kilos maybe. This is like my sleeping setup, so sleep liners, pillowcase, eye mask, earplugs, 731. This is all of my clothes, 1 kilo, 25 grams. This is all of my toiletries, 740. Sandals, 299. Let's just round that to 300. And then this is towels, scarf, somewhere, 466. Snacks and tea bags, 291. I'm concerned about what this weighs. What I've already taken out is another dry bag that I didn't need. I had one spare. The small towel, I decided it was overkill to have this and the buff, so I'll just use the buff instead of using this. This is the little bags that any of my sleepwear stuff was in. And I found this old toilet roll in the bag. I think I'm already deciding I'm not going to bring the snack bars. I'll just pick up little chocolate bars and stuff as I go instead. Okay, 6.5 kilos. That's not too bad, is it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that and see how heavy it actually feels when it's on. So let's put it all into the bag. Okie dokie. Here we have it. I definitely don't feel like it's packed in the most efficient way possible, but it'll do the trick for flying there anyway. And then I'll pack it nicer for my first day of walking. Okay, this feels fine. I think I'm happy with how this feels. You don't actually really know until you start walking, do you? Now, do I want to bring these? No, don't need them. Don't need them. I'm excited. And then I'll have this crossbody here. Oh my gosh, it feels real. Okay, very exciting. So that's it. That's everything I'm packing for 100 kilometers on the Camino de Santiago. It's definitely not ultralight, but I think it's very practical with a few little luxury things in there to make it that bit more enjoyable and comfortable. Only time will tell whether I regret that decision and wish I had packed even lighter. We'll see. If you're prepping for your own Camino, I hope this helped make you feel a little bit more prepared and maybe a little less overwhelmed. I know I definitely benefited so much from all of the videos that I watched. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything you swear by, or if there's something you think I've missed. It'll be too late for me, but maybe someone else will benefit from that tip. And this is just the beginning of my journey, because I fly out tomorrow and I will be documenting my whole experience. I'll be vlogging it and I'll be sharing the highs and the lows, what I learned, what I wish I'd known before I started. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of that. Buen Camino. I hope you have a joyful week, and I'll catch you in the next adventure.